What it do, y'all? We back at it again for another great episode of the Round Table Podcast. And just want to send blessings and love to everybody that came out this week. I hope everybody had a blessed week, checking us out. But I want to give this special guest her flowers today. She's somebody that I admire because I saw what she was doing on social media. I'm a candle guy. I'm into the whole incense and the vibes and the energy. I'm a spiritual dude. And I felt like what she was doing just was something that had to be brought to life. So, Roundtable Podcast audience, man, we'll just bring a round of applause to Miss Shea.
Hey.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Let's dive right into this.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what you're doing. Let them. I want you to tell the people.
So, I'm a boxer, Shea.
Okay.
And my intention is to make people feel good about themselves. And in order for you to feel good, you have to love yourself.
Right.
It all starts with self-love.
Okay.
And I noticed that a lot of people have trouble in that area, including myself. What made me start the company was that I was going through a big transition in my life during COVID, before COVID.
Okay.
And then being alone and just thinking about things, I started like this journey of like pretty much trying to find myself. And it was tough. And going through all of that that's like the foundation. That's where I started. That's why I started my company, because I feel that so many people go through the same things that I went through, and I want to help people.
Right.
I really want to help people, and I can't heal you, but I can be there for you on your journey of healing.
Okay.
I can give you the tools if you like. If you need advice or anything like that, I'm here for you. And I want to also let people know how important, I'm not going to get religious, but prayer.
Nah, we
and
talk, because I'm a religious guy.
Or
believe it or not, I'm religious.
Prayer has saved me. Like, let me tell you, I always believed in God.
That's
but
what I was going
through, always did. But when I was going through that huge transition in my life, I prayed and prayed and prayed, and it just helped me a lot. And the one thing I mainly prayed for was for God to help me to find my purpose. That was where I was at in my life at that point.
Okay.
Because I've been through so much, and I'm just like, this can't be it. I want more.
Right.
And I felt like for me to get more, I need to know why I'm here. And that's how it just came to me. Through everything, that's just what it was. And here I am now. So I started making candles. Now, how I started making candles during my journey, I was happy after everything I went through, and I got to a safe space in my life.
Okay.
But then as you go along life and everything, I still wasn't content. Like, I was like, I wanted more. I was like hungry.
Okay.
And I couldn't figure out like, why am I feeling like this? Like, I just got out of like, I healed from a lot, but I still wanted more. It wasn't enough. So after just, talking to a lot of people and researching things, I stumbled across candles and crystals. And
was you in the candles first, though?
Oh,
you always been in the candles?
Obsessed with candles.
Okay.
Yes, obsessed. And I don't know why I never started making my own way before, but, it is what it is. Everything happens for a reason.
Right, everything comes
exactly.
in time.
So when I started doing my research on that and talking to a lot of people, because I just felt like I had lack of energy. And then when you start Googling stuff, it's like, oh, you have to exercise in this, but it was more than that for me. It was more like spiritual. Like, I just felt like I just wanted more. I just wanted to be happier. Like, I got to experience happiness, and it was like a drug. Like, I wanted to be like, give me more, I want more. So I'm trying to figure out whatever. So I did my research and came across crystals and candles on Etsy. This beautiful woman, beautiful soul, like, she put me onto this store. And I remember one night, it was a full moon, and I was like, manifesting. I had my little notes, I wrote intentions, all that stuff.
Okay.
And then it just came to me like, I can do this. Like, the way this makes me feel, and
that's
how,
what
like,
you were looking for.
That was
feeling,
like, that was it. Like,
complete.
it came to me, and I'm like, okay, this is it. So next day, went on Amazon, started ordering all these supplies. I went to my this lady that was referred to me in Pennsylvania, crystals, and I started getting into it. Started making crystal candles for myself, for my family and my friends. I got like the feedback was just overwhelming,
Right.
overwhelming, and it was something I was passionate about. And one thing about my candles, I know there's a whole bunch of other companies out there that do the same thing I do, but I can only speak for myself, and I'm
Right.
only worried about, I'm staying in my lane and in my purpose. It's just with me, when I make my candles, it's really in good spirits. And I tell everyone, like, I will not make a candle if I'm feeling a little off, if my energy's off, if I just feel like I need to, like, get myself together.
Right. So no, you're not
Exactly,
bringing that
because
you're not bringing that
no,
negative vibe.
exactly,
while you,
because
okay, I gotta get the candle done,
yeah,
but today is
no, no,
fucked
no,
up day. Excuse
no,
me,
no, no,
language.
because at the end of the day, I feel like, as you probably know, energy transfer is real,
Exactly.
and I'm not trying to put any bad energy into any of my products. So I have to be in a good mental and emotional state for me to create these candles, and I'll tell everyone that. And when I started doing it, it was just for me and my friends and family. And then during COVID hits. So here we are. It's like I'm losing people from COVID, but I'm also, it's like a bittersweet moment, because at the same time, I was
Gain,
actually
lose.
finding myself
Right.
and finding my, like, working in my purpose and everything. So, started doing that, and I was like, you know what? Let me just sell some candles. Let's see what happens. And the response I got was just so overwhelming. The messages and just the feedback, it was just like, all right, this is it. Like, it made me feel good, and it was just something I wanted to do more. And I'm actually planning a lot more stuff for a box of Shea. I'll talk about that later. But I just feel like that was my purpose. It was just to start this company and just keep progressing.
Right.
There's different things I want to do. That's why I love the name. It just fits me. I'm thinking about moments in the past. People were like, "Oh, you're always bored. You get bored easily," and now I'm like, "No, I'm just evolving." You know what I mean? It's not that I'm bored. I'm evolving. I'm always switching and changing, because I feel like if I can do something better, I'm gonna take that chance. I'm not gonna
Progress.
hesitate. Cause like what? Then you're gonna have a regret saying, "Oh, I wish I would have done that," or "I wonder what that would have been like if I would have, took a leap of faith." So yeah, it's a lot. So I love what I'm doing. And it even became like like a therapy session.
That's what I was
Like,
gonna ask you next.
yeah.
Is it therapy for
It
you?
is. It's not even for me, for other people, because when I make a candle, I have a one-on-one conversation with you. And I ask you, like, what are you trying to work on? What are you trying to manifest? What are your intentions? What do you feel like you lack or you need help in? Like, I really have, like, sometimes these conversations, like 3-4 hours. It's crazy how people just really just pour their hearts out to me. It's just like, wow, like, you don't even know me, and you're sitting here, like, giving me your whole life story. Sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's bad, and sometimes I do cry, because it's like, damn, but that's the beauty of it, because I really feel like I'm helping people. And it's to the point where, yeah, you make money, but it's more than money to me. It's way more than that.
So you can truly say that you found your purpose.
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel it.
I want to ask you this. You put your name on it.
Yeah.
A lot of people stray away from putting their name on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Would you? To me, I'm not gonna lie, it fits it in boxing.
Yeah.
And then explain to the people that don't know how you broke it down. Your name.
My name, because again, that's why I felt like all the pieces were coming together, because it was real simple. It was just that I took my personal experiences and I put it into the name.
Okay.
I'm thinking about Shea. I want to be authentic, and I want my name to be out there, and I'm like, what does it stand for? So I just one day just came up with it. Self-healing, because that's what I had to do, is self-heal myself. And then evolving affirmations is when, because you're supposed to always be evolving.
Every
So
day.
with that going on, your affirmations, your daily affirmations that you say to yourself, they're gonna change, because as you evolve, you're gonna have different affirmations you'll say to yourself. Like, for instance, you can say, "Oh, I'm smart and I'm beautiful," but then once you start really believing that and feeling that, you're not gonna really continue saying that to yourself, because you're gonna be on something else. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's always like going higher to another level. So that's how I came up with self-healing, evolving affirmations.
Yeah, that's
about
dope.
to Shea.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's fire. I'm not going front. That's fire, because I was like, wow, you broke this thing down to the T.
Yeah.
And honestly, it makes sense, and it fits you.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? It
Yeah.
fits you. And I was gonna ask you that. but you already said it. Like,
Yeah.
do you have the conversations with people before you
yeah.
make the candle? And
I
I think that's the
do.
difference. You get a chance to know the person
Yeah.
instead of just saying, okay, what you want? You want this? Okay, well, send me that, and I'm gonna do
Yeah.
this. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
You're
No.
getting, you're touching in.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the whole point. I want to really truly help people. I don't just want to be like, I'm just pushing out candles selling and there's no meaning behind it. That's not what my business is. Like, I truly genuinely love helping people. I love listening to different stories because you get to learn a lot, and it also gives you another perspective on different things. So these conversations, I learn from them too.
It's
And I can
therapeutic for
it's very
yourself.
exactly
Okay.
what it is. So that's why I'm just like, I love it. Like, I'm so glad I decided to do this, and I wasn't scared. It was just, sometimes when you start a new business, people are like, oh, I don't
You
know.
ready? You
I don't know.
sure?
Yeah, but with this, it was just like I took off. And no regrets.
Now let me ask you this: was you always into the crystals?
No.
So you learned about that as you
and
just,
I'm still learning.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
and it's just amazing how many
And your shirt,
crystals.
that's
Listen, higher crystals. That's me every day.
and I made sure I was on your case about bringing me a T-shirt too, because I thought that was fire. Like,
Yeah.
it was different, but
Yeah.
it's also still it meant something.
It does.
Because if
Yeah.
you look into the crystal lane, it's different moments. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And I heard you mentioned something about the moon. So are you into the signs and all that?
I mean, I
Or
am.
you're not?
I am, and I'm not. I don't take it really too seriously, but I do believe in the sun energy and the moon energy, full moons, and all that other stuff. Yes, but like the zodiac signs.
Right, the zodiac sign. Because I feel like, to me, I'm gonna be honest. My opinion that
Yeah.
I'm spiritual. I read my word.
Yeah.
Because I believe in understanding who I am as a person. Don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's about growing. You know what I mean? But I learned that it starts within yourself. First and foremost, you have to believe.
Yeah.
And I learned throughout my growth, because I was raised in a home with two parents that was Christians. We went to church. My parents went to church Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday. You had people over from the church. We going at the night service. We did all of that. And at the time, as a kid, you ain't beat for that.
Yeah.
But as you grow and mature, it just became a part of me. Regardless of the lifestyle I was living, it still was a part of me. And I learned more than ever when I was incarcerated. My father sent me a book called Conversations with God. And I had an opportunity to read that book maybe 6 times, because I was in the hole. I had to do a year in the hole, so it was just me. I was on 24-hour lockdown. And he said to me, son, you have to speak what you feel out loud. So I started reading, and ever since then, I read out loud. No matter if my word, my spiritual
Yeah.
books, I read out loud. He said that's very important to put that out there, because sometimes we might just be,
Yeah.
but the world can't hear it. The spirits can't hear it. The universe can't hear it.
Yep.
So you want to talk to the universe.
Yep.
And for you to have that conversation with the people that's purchasing something, that's the universe connecting.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's so unique and special that you take the time out for your customers.
Yeah.
Because they learn to appreciate you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm sure it took time for you to get to that point,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you wasn't always that outspoken
No.
with what was going on. A lot of us are
No.
not. We know
Yeah.
no one just sits there and talk to a stranger and
Yeah.
put their business out there.
Yeah.
But basically what you're doing,
Yeah.
communication in the universe is
Yeah.
everything, because you speak it, you believe it, you put it out there, you
Exactly.
manifest it. It's like planting a seed. If you
Yeah.
plant an apple, you're going to get an apple. You're not going to get an
Yeah.
orange. You're not going to get a lemon.
Yeah.
You're going to get an apple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So how long have you been in business? How long has Boxer Shea been running?
Officially, a little over a year.
Okay.
Officially, but before then, it's about 3 years now.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Was it ever a moment where you got discouraged?
No. Not at all.
And I ask all my guests this because sometimes
Yeah.
it's moments in life
Yeah.
that, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to say the devil, because the devil will have you in a situation where questioning yourself,
Yeah.
questioning what you're doing,
Yeah.
or saying to yourself, it's no one paying attention to you. You know what I mean? And it seems like the devil's always attacking after something happens good.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can have all these people hit you up, place your orders. You had a great week. Now on Friday, here come the enemy trying to steal all what happened for those 4 days.
Yeah.
He wants to steal it from you in that one day.
Yeah, yeah. I had people like, you sure you want to continue doing this? I know there's like so many different companies that do the same thing as you. I'm like, son, that has nothing to do with me.
So your confidence was
Like,
just to the ceiling from the beginning.
Yeah, like I know, I felt it, and I'm like, no one's gonna discourage me. I'm on the path that I need to be on. I'm very confident in that. So.
And it's just
say what
you.
want.
You're doing all this.
Yeah, just me.
How you manage to
I'm doing
juggle
everything.
all this?
Oh man.
You're making candles. You're doing crystals.
Listen. I don't know. It's. You know, I think it makes it easy because I'm actually enjoying it. You know, it makes
that's the
it.
difference.
That's
You're
a
doing
huge
something that you
difference.
enjoy.
I enjoy it, and like I'm up at like 2, 3, 4 in the morning, and then getting up at 6, getting ready for school and work, and doing it all over again. So, yeah.
Being a full-time mother at that.
Full-time mother, yeah, and then still trying to expand a box of Shea. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So it's easy for me because it comes easy to me.
Right.
I think because I just
You love what you're doing.
I
That's
love
the bottom line.
what I do. I
Now, I
love
also
it.
noticed that you're doing meditation.
Yes. So that was part of like me expanding. I wanted to, because a lot of people, when I talk to them, I'm like, do you do breathing exercises and everything, how important that is? And everyone's just like, well, what do you mean? I breathe every day. And I'm like, no, do you like do breathing exercises? Do you meditate? Because that's part of my journey, what I used to do.
I want to ask you a question, not
Yeah.
to cut you off. Is there a difference between yoga and meditation? I'm asking because I don't know, and maybe some people out there don't know.
I mean, in yoga, you're doing.
Are you involved
different
with yoga
positions.
too, or-
Yeah, I started
okay.
doing yoga too.
Okay.
Yeah, so yoga is more like the physical part of it, but meditation is more like mental. Like you're just still, and it's so crazy that a lot of people find it so hard to just stay still and just be in the moment and just focus on your breathing for just even 10 minutes.
But what do you explain that? I'm curious to know what you mean by focusing on your breathing.
Okay, so it helps you clear your mind when you meditate. So
I'm aware of that.
instead of thinking about things, focus on your breathing, and then eventually, when you get used to meditating, you're
Breathing how?
like
Okay.
like just inhaling and exhaling.
Like
Nothing-
smoking, not excuse my language, but like smoking a joint. Cause I mean,
Yeah.
I smoke,
But
so
that's
I'm
yeah.
trying to figure it
No.
out because
Yeah, just
I'm listening.
Deep
Like
breaths
I'm
in and
I'm
out.
definitely
Just deep
soaking
breaths
this in and out.
And I think the hardest part, like I said, we're so used to being on our phones, doing this and doing that.
That's what I was about to
We
say.
don't know how to stay still for like a moment.
But sometimes we can't because this just keeps
I
ringing
know,
and ringing and.
But you have control over that.
And you're right. And you're
You
absolutely
have
right.
to want to do it. And that's what I tell everyone. Turn everything off. If you can take a moment out of your day, just 10 minutes. I would say 20, but start it for like 5-10 minutes and just complete silence.
Well, how did you start?
That's how I started. I just
Was it 5 minutes, 10 minutes? Because
you know what? It was probably like 10-15 minutes. And I used to do it in the morning before I got my morning started.
before the
I
troops
I
got
would
up.
I would set my
Okay.
alarm super
Okay,
early
I got you.
and just take that time for myself.
Because you need that quiet time, that peace.
Yeah. So lately it's been a little hard. I do it before bed, but if I tell anyone, I feel like the best time to do it is in the morning before you start your day because it sets the tone for the rest of your day.
I agree with you.
So, and I used to just, either sometimes if your meditation could be anything. If it's just like, for me, it's like if you're listening to your favorite music, it's something just going to relax you and calm you down, and you could just think about how you want your day to go. You know what I mean? Or just writing. I do a lot of writing. I
do a
love
lot
to
of
write.
writing too.
Oh yeah, I
to
write.
I think writing is very intimate for me.
It is same thing for me too.
And sometimes I write and it doesn't even make sense to the other. You know, if someone else was to read it, like, yo, what the hell is that?
Yeah.
But I just write. Like I may write John. I'm just using this.
Yeah.
John, Bill, Dave, tree. I know what John, Bill, and Dave and the tree adds up to be, and I circle it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I'm also a writer of different books that I read. I take different passages and I have a book at home with about maybe 10 pages and this is a notebook and I just write down passages out of different books.
Yeah.
And it's just this book, it might be from Conversation with God, it might be from The Secret, it might be from growing into a man, it might be healing, just different things that I recite every day out loud. amongst my word.
Yeah.
And I do it in the settings, like you said, by myself,
Yep.
no atmosphere to myself. But
It's
I
important.
think it's very important
It is.
at this point in time, and maybe you can, answer this better. For us as a black community to really start trying to figure out who we are within ourselves and not let the social media and society and not get caught up in what we're supposed to look like, what we're supposed to do, what we're supposed to have, what our mate is supposed to be doing. Like, everybody has a purpose, and I feel like if you're not meditating to know yourself or getting an understanding of yourself, how can you expect something of somebody else?
Exactly. I feel the same way. In today's world, it's just a mess. And it's so hard. I mean, it's so easy to fall into that trap. So you have to be strong. And that's why I feel like meditation is mental. I feel like you cannot live your best life until you have your mentals right. And meditation really, for me personally, it really does that. It puts everything in perspective, and it just gives me a clear vision of what I want to do and how I want to go about doing it. And I don't fall into, oh, I need a man, look at this on social media and this and this. No, like, I just feel like I live for me. You know what I mean? I don't care what anybody else is doing. And again, with meditation, it's just, it brings so much clarity in your life. It's just,
Do you fast? Do you fast as well?
Occasionally, not
The only
often.
reason why I ask because my pops fast when when he does his meditation at every couple of months he may be saying I'm fasting for 14 days.
Yeah. See, no, I never done 14 days. I would do maybe like 2 days or 3 days.
I mean, you
the
do
most.
what you do, but I'm just saying this is what he's been doing for years.
Yeah, I feel like sometimes I feel like I need a reset, or if I feel like I'm trying to figure out something and I can't figure it out because I'm just so clouded, then I will fast just to get some kind of like answer or feeling. That's because I feel like when you're fasting, your body's resting. So when you do that, for me it just makes everything so much clearer. I can find the answers that I'm looking for, or I know how I'll figure out how to go about like a way about something, whatever. Like I know what I need to do. A lot of people do that. I don't do the prolonged ones, but
I mean, you do what you do that makes sense for yourself.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's all that matters.
Exactly.
I want to touch bases with you about this because you said you was very spiritual.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna ask you something that's real honest, and please give me a raw answer. You're not your religious background.
I was baptized as a Catholic. I grew up as Catholic.
Okay.
So that's my foundation. I have not been in a Catholic church in like probably since like 14, 13. For me personally, when I was trying to figure out what religion, like when I was going to church, to be honest with you, it was like there was not a particular religion that felt good to me.
Touched on exactly where I was going to.
So I felt like once I started venturing out, to be honest with you, for me, I take bits and pieces of different things that resonate with me. So I mean, that's
the same thing I do.
Yeah, that's just.
So basically, you're non-denomination.
Yeah, I can't be just in a box. I can't no, because one thing might feel good and something else I'm like, nah, I'm not feeling it.
And the reason why I asked you that because, and I'm gonna say this to my folks out there, this is my opinion, but I feel like a lot of things are overrated. It's too much. Like you're not getting the insight of what you're really going for. I'm not saying all religions. I'm going to speak for what I know about. I was raised in the Christian household. My parents, like I said, we did all that. And sitting there watching them, do what they did, church this, church that. I watched a lot of people say, you can't do that. You're a Christian. And my father, shout out to my pops, he was the opposite.
Yeah.
He was like, why not? Just because I'm a Christian don't mean I can't enjoy life.
Yeah.
So once the people started kind of beating my pops in the head, like what you can and cannot do, he kind of didn't stray away from the Christianity.
Yeah.
He just said, you know what? I'm going to be an open book. I want to learn everything. I don't want to just be stuck here because, and my example is my father had a cookout with alcohol, and I tell a lot of people this 100 times. And he brought people from the church there, and the church was like, wait, Deacon Dave, you got alcohol here, and your son's drinking. The alcohol is here to enjoy. It's not here to get you out here and get drunk and fucked up. We're human. We're people.
Yep.
And a lot of people couldn't just understand what he was doing because they were so closed-minded, saying, well, we're Christians. You can't drink. Yeah. But Jesus turned the water into wine.
There you go.
So what are you talking about? He's not telling you to get drunk. He's telling you to enjoy yourself. When you get to a certain point, you put it down. Yeah. So I feel like some of the religions, when people are beating you down or forcing it upon you, it strays people away from wanting to even get involved with it.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you got these big churches, and people get so caught up in what, this is what I even learned. The pastor. Oh, pastor such and such said, but I'm here to worship God. I'm not here to worship the pastor.
Yeah.
So you put so much on the pastor like he God. Now you got the congregation thinking he God.
Yep.
But he's not.
No,
he's a human being.
Just like the rest of us. Yep.
So then people lose focus on what the word of God is because you base it about what the pastor said.
Yeah.
And that's only what I can speak about Christianity. I don't know what goes on in other, religions.
Yeah.
And that's why I asked you that, because what you're doing, I didn't feel like you was, even though you're a boxer, Shea, I didn't feel like you was boxed in with that situation.
No, a box of Shea is just like different things. You don't know what's gonna come out that box.
Right. It's like the Valentine's candy.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And it's funny how you said that, because I get a lot of DMs that I never used to respond, but I did respond one time. That someone was just like, "You're not spiritual. Look at the things that you post and the things that you say."
See what I'm saying?
Excuse me?
We just talked about
First
that.
of all, I feel like people got it twisted. If spirituality, for number one, is knowing who you are. And a lot of people don't understand that. So don't come for me when you don't even have a clue about who you are. Like, I'm comfortable in my skin. I'm in my authentic self. I'm me. I'm being me. So
And you're happy.
And I'm happy. And that's the thing too. I feel like when people come at you like that, they're not happy with themselves, or they see something in you that's triggering something. And that's not my problem. Like, I can't control how people receive me. I can only control how I react to it, maybe, but
right.
Like, I don't care. Like,
I call them false prophets.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day is we all God. And we all made in his image.
Yeah, yeah.
And God has multiple names, whether you call him Allah, God,
Exactly.
Elijah,
Yeah.
Elohim.
Yep.
It's all God.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And people get so caught up with, that's not my God.
No,
Well,
it's different. No.
Right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
You got the dreads.
Yeah.
Was that a part of your, was that because
No.
you didn't start your dreads a year ago?
No. So what happened was, I wanted them for a while, but
Okay.
I was too caught up. I don't know if you know this, but I was a paralegal for like many, many years before I'm doing
I didn't
now.
know that.
And I loved them, and I always wanted them, but being in that corporate world setting, I didn't know how I was going to receive. And I was back then when I was just like, oh, don't judge me, or like I cared about what people think.
Right.
And then just one day I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to do it. That's what I want to do. And I love it. I haven't, like, I'm glad that I did it.
Right, because some people I know that done it through, say that their dreads is their strength.
Yeah.
You know, all
that
those
too.
different
It
type
is
of
a
things.
reminder for me to just do me and just be happy, like whatever I want to do, and then whatever makes me happy. That it's a reminder, like
Okay.
I'm taking control of my life.
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean?
okay.
So that's what it is for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
It was
It's a
basically,
constant
it's a
reminder.
statement.
Yeah, it's a constant reminder.
How many
of
years?
myself. Hasn't been years. Hasn't been years.
Okay, we leave that alone.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to the next. We're going to get back to the meditation, though.
Yeah.
I see you trying to expand that.
Yes. So I do one-on-one. It was via Zoom because of COVID.
Okay.
And now I am.
Now, you certified and all this stuff?
No.
Because people always might say, well, you're not, you know what I'm saying?
And that's fine. You know, you can keep going.
Talk your
Like,
shit.
You know
Talk
what I
your
mean?
shit.
Exactly. I'm not worried about you. But it's from what I've learned and talking to different people and just looking at different videos and stuff like that. It's just whatever feels good to me. I want to share whatever I learn. I want to share with people. So
you're basically just learning all this stuff on your own.
I'm learning all this stuff.
That's dope.
And
You're doing your
wanna
own
share.
research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm also putting my little twist on it, what feels good to me. Like, whatever I see and learn, I'm like, okay, I don't really like, let me switch it up a little bit. You know
Okay.
what I mean? That's what I do.
Okay.
So the meditation was via Zoom, but now starting in May, I'll be doing it outside in the park, in the nature, because nature keeps you grounded.
Okay.
And with the sun and everything, so I'm gonna start doing that. And also, I am in the middle of talking to different school districts because I want to teach kids how to meditate.
That's dope.
With everything, the school shootings and bullying and whatever else is going on, I feel like a lot of these kids these days don't know how to deal with their emotions in a healthy, productive manner. And again, it's all mental. And I feel like even like with my kid, like I taught him how to meditate. I
Y'all do
taught
it
him
together?
sometimes, but most of the time separate because we're just like all over the place. But I want to teach, like with my meditations, I don't want you to keep coming back to me because it's not about the money. I really want you to learn how to do it on your own, so you don't need anyone else. You know how to like handle your emotions, control your emotions, and just be in that state where the meditation will just help relieve you in some way, or whatever way that you need. So I want to teach kids how to meditate and how to just deal with their emotions in a healthy way.
But what age would you start at?
I don't know. That's the thing. Maybe like middle school. Even it's kids. Kids are so smart. I'm telling you, and blessings. Because even with my youngest one, almost 3,
Right.
this is what I do with him. Breathe in, breathe out, and then I make it fun. I go like this and go
And
like
he
this,
enjoys it.
and he knows and he enjoys it. So every time he gets a little tantrum or something, I'm like, breathe, like breathe. And when you're consistent with it,
It's like brushing your
just-
teeth.
exactly, they
It just
stick
becomes
with
a part.
it,
It's,
yeah.
It's nothing.
so now it's like I'd be like, and he'll just like, and he'll start doing it, and then the whole fiasco's over. So
So
right
maybe
now-
you could start at the 3-year-olds
yeah,
and bring
you
the parents
can.
in.
Yeah, even that's a really good idea. So I'm trying to figure out all that right now. I want to work on that during the summer so I can start something in the fall. Just going to different schools and just, having a conversation with these kids because I feel like they need it, especially now with everything that's going on and what they're seeing and what they're dealing with. I just want to make sure our kids are healthy mentally,
Yeah, because that's
mentally and
important.
emotionally.
Because
Yeah.
with these telephones,
Yeah. Because, even
society
as
is different now.
yeah, even as a single parent, like, you get so consumed with work and everyday lives. Like sometimes, I'm not saying you're a bad parent if you do, but it happens. Like sometimes, a lot of parents don't take the time to sit down with the kids. Like, hey, how was school today? Like, have an open conversation. How are you feeling today? What happened today? So, I want to teach also parents that too. How important it is to have a
They're
dialogue.
not even doing it for themselves though. First you got to start with yourself. If you're
Yeah.
not sitting down
Yeah, but you'll be surprised.
and talking to yourself, and people may say, "Yo, you be bugging." I'll be
Yeah.
having full conversations with myself.
Yeah.
I was
Same to me.
like full like
Yeah.
you may think I was on the phone arguing with somebody. I'm just
No.
talking because sometimes we have to literally
Listen.
boost our shit up.
That is so funny because people make fun of me all the time for talking to myself. I talk to myself, I answer myself, and I'm like, you know what? For me, that's mental organization. That's what I like to call
Okay.
it. So I do the same thing. So I
You need to put
100%
down
feel
a
you on that.
t-shirt.
Men-
I'm telling you, because I talk to myself crazy.
Me too,
Like,
all the time.
like literally.
Yep. Answer myself, just having a
Right.
full dialogue. People just looking at it like, who's she talking to?
I believe it's healthy
It is healthy.
because you can't lie to yourself.
No, but people think they can. But no.
I mean, of course. I mean, I think
Yeah.
we all at one point lied to ourselves.
Yeah.
So let's just deal with reality.
Yeah.
We all, goddamn well, you know what I mean? You trying to convince yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
knock it the fuck
No.
off. You know
If
damn
it-
well what
it's
you're
gonna
not
catch
going to
up
do.
to you. It's gonna catch up to you. So you can't. But yeah, I feel like mental organization. That's what it
I'm telling you,
is.
you need to put down a t-shirt. Now, you ever thought about writing a book? Because I feel like you have a story.
I have maybe.
I think
in
you
the
started
future.
it and put it to the back burner.
I have so many notes on here. Like, I just be like, anything that comes to my mind of an experience or whatever, I just gotta put the pieces together. Have I thought about writing a book? Like, no. But I do want to create some kind of like self-help healing kind of like
Book.
I guess a book, not like something that's like 200 pages, but
It doesn't matter if
just
it's
a,
10
like,
pages.
Yeah,
It's a
just
book.
something like people can refer back to. So
Because I
yeah,
feel like
don't
you
know.
have a story. And I feel
I
like this
do.
story is I feel like your story has been solidified within yourself and it's still going.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's a lot of other women
Yeah.
out there
Yeah.
on a whole nother side of the world that may need to hear what you're telling. I'm quite sure, to the listeners that's, locked in today, please,
Yeah.
pay attention because we all need this. Believe it or not, me talking to you today is very
Yeah.
therapeutic.
Okay.
It's a blessing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I don't feel like, you trying to like save the world. I just feel like you trying to, this is my
Yeah.
I just want to give you this.
Yeah.
Just want to give you my little box of Shea.
Yeah, that's it. Because I feel like, when we all leave this earth one day, I just want people just to be like, okay, yeah, she made me feel good. Like, that's what I want people to feel about me. Like, being in her presence just felt like home. You know what I mean?
Right.
And that's what I try to do. I just,
Stop
that's
using
really
the word
important to me.
try. You gotta use the word
I am.
strive.
I'm
Because the try is
striving.
to fail.
I'm
The try is
striving to
fail.
do that.
You know what
I
I mean?
am doing that. So, yeah.
I mean, you gotta start somewhere. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So you talked about the meditation that you're gonna be doing in May. How many times a week you gonna be doing this?
With the meditation,
Yeah.
well, I've already started. So, right now, I have.
I'm talking about outside in the park.
outside. I'm gonna do it like every weekend. So it's
Group settings or
I want to do
one-on-ones?
group settings. My new plan is to do group settings instead of one-on-one, so I can just get more people in.
Right.
But I feel like some people do like the one-on-one. It's a little bit more intimate. You know what I mean? So I'll do both. I'm still trying to work out everything, but in May it's coming. I'm working out the details.
Okay.
It's coming. It's coming.
I mean, I don't know what's there to work out when you're doing meditation, but
Well, just
you know what
be
you
in
know what needs
nature.
to be done.
Yeah.
So you into the whole hiking and all that type of stuff too?
Yeah, I like it.
You take the kids camping?
No, I want to do that. I want to do that. Definitely. I feel like now that COVID, I guess, is over, if you want to say that, but definitely going to be more outdoors because I missed out on a
Why
lot.
don't you do a woman's retreat?
You know, that's funny how you said that because I'm starting that too, a retreat. First, I'm doing like a day retreat. Like, I want to take like 5, well, I didn't say women, but maybe that
I
would
think
be-
it'd be best if you start off. This is just my
Yeah.
opinion because I had another young lady that was up here on the show,
Mm-hmm.
and she was talking about that. Shout out to my girls, Kels. She's doing that,
Oh,
and I
nice.
find it kind of dope that y'all, as the y'all black women,
Yeah.
want to do that. Like she
Yeah.
talked about going hiking and going to a
Yeah.
cabin.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we not really doing it. Let's keep it
No.
real. We ain't doing that in the hood.
No.
Ain't nobody saying, girl, get your tent.
Yeah.
Girl, did you go over here to Dick's Sporting Goods? Did you get your tent? Did you get your backpack? Like, we're not doing that. And I feel
No.
like, honestly,
We need that.
we need that. It's
We really
different
do.
instead of,
Yeah.
we popping. We always see this popping bottles. We shopping.
It's not
We
about
cars.
that.
We,
No.
we twerking. We enjoying
Yeah.
life. But let's do something different.
Yeah.
I've never even been overnight hiking.
No?
I have hiked with my school when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But not
Yeah, I never did that overnight.
I never did that. And I think it'd be dope. Set
It
up a
would
whole
be.
tent, be somewhere in the wilderness. But the problem
Yeah.
is we scared we ain't gonna get this.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And we
But,
definitely can't go
yeah.
during sports season because you got FanDuel and
Yeah.
us brothers that gamble, such as myself, we can't bet in the wilderness.
Yeah.
So that would be a reason why we not
Gotta
gonna
be
go.
a good timing. You gotta
Right,
pick
you know what I'm saying? But I think y'all, you should do that. I mean,
Yeah.
or even maybe I feel like even if it's not just those things are needed. Just something
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
You know what I mean? We always see the same. We got
Yeah.
a clothing line, we got a car wash,
Yeah.
we got a boutique,
Mm-hmm.
we got with party promoters, but we ain't hiking.
Yeah. And being in nature, oh man, it's just beautiful. At least I love it. You might even see me if it's in the summertime and it's raining. I'm outside walking in the rain. Outside walking in the rain.
What does that do
I
for
feel
you?
like water.
Because I've heard a lot of
cleanses
people
you.
talk about that.
Water cleanses you,
Okay.
and it's just if I don't know. You never tried it, obviously, right now.
Nah,
Walk
I
in the
never
rain.
just walked in the
If you
rain.
just
I'm gonna
walk
keep
in
it.
the
I mean, I
rain,
have.
do
Let's
that.
get it wrong. I walked home in the rain because I had
Yeah.
to get home, but I didn't
But
just.
just do it on purpose.
Right, I didn't have the purpose.
It's so just I don't know if it's like I want to say liberating, but it's just something about it. At least for me, it just brings like a calmness to me.
So is that a difference from I'm gonna ask you this.
shower?
Thank you. I
Yeah.
don't want to say a stupid question, but I don't feel like no question is stupid. 'cause I'm
Yeah,
trying
it
to
is
get the
different
answer.
from a shower. It's
Okay.
different. I don't know because if you're outside or where your surroundings are,
Right.
just,
It might
you
be
know,
the sky,
yeah.
the wet.
It's
You know
just
what I
you and your
mean?
thoughts and just
Right.
walking. Like it's different from a shower. Shower, you're focusing on cleaning and your mind is going what you're gonna do next, blah blah. But I feel like when you're just walking in the rain, just walking, it could be therapeutic.
So you're a bath person too, then. I got, I
Yeah.
mean, a lot of people I know, because if you're doing that, I know you're
Yeah.
soaking in the tub with the
Yeah,
candles and the
yeah,
whole atmosphere.
yeah, like the herbs and the flowers, like like a little spiritual bath.
There's nothing wrong with that. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? I feel
It's
like
self care, like it's
Right.
so important.
But people think self care is your nails and your
No.
toes and your
I mean,
eyebrows.
yeah.
Of course, that's the main.
That's-
I
yeah.
think that, to me, I don't think that's self care. I think that's just maintenance.
Yeah, it is maintenance on the physical aspect. It is maintenance, but what are you doing for your soul? What are you doing for your
Exactly.
heart? You know what I mean? Like your mental.
spirit.
Yes, your spirit. You can't neglect that because you could look all beautiful and everything on the outside,
be
but the
rotten.
inside, yeah, exactly. You gotta take care of yourself inside out.
And that's one thing I realized too. Sometimes a lot of people are so covered up with clothing and
Yeah.
material objects. They use all those things to hide who they really are.
And why do that?
I mean, because it is.
Yeah, but
And also, you want to fit in. A lot of
Yeah,
people,
but-
it's an in. Come on, you know this. You a female.
Yeah.
The in crowd. You're
Yeah.
hot. You're looking good. This is one thing I even told my son. I said, yo, when he was looking for a job, he's been working here and there, little 17-year-old gig. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
I said, yo, my man, it's cool, but it ain't cool being broke.
Yeah.
And I said, it's not about the money. I said, because when you out here hanging out with all your friends and you don't have no money and you go home to yourself. Realize, yo, what am I doing with myself?
Exactly.
I'm not saying that life is about $1,
Yeah.
but you don't want to be, you know what I mean? You don't want to be the one that, the money doesn't, I'll explain to him, the money doesn't complete you.
No.
But going out here at a young age, earning it, it gives you that sense of completeness. Because right now you have no bills.
Yeah.
So now you're watching yourself grow as a young man.
Yeah.
And he said, wow, I didn't look at it like that. I said, because at the end of the day, I can't, when you walk out that door, I'm not with you.
Right. Yeah.
When you with your friends, when you with your girlfriend, when you at school, dad's not with you, your mother's not with you. It's just you. You have to deal with who you are.
Yeah.
And a lot of us like to be around people so much, so the only time they by themselves is when they go to sleep.
Yeah. And that's not good.
And they hide behind
Yeah.
everything, and then we're gonna stay out all night. We're gonna, it's always that one friend that just wants to keep it
Yeah,
going. Yo, what
yeah.
we doing? What we doing next?
Yeah.
Damn, it's over.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be alone.
Yeah.
Because when you're alone, you're looking at a mirror.
Yup.
It's,
You
God,
can't hide from that.
you can't hide from who you are.
Nope. Nope.
I
not
talk
at
to
all.
myself in the mirror
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
I tell myself I'm great. I'm mentally, spiritually, physically, financially rich
Yeah.
in all areas of my life.
Yeah.
Like I literally tell myself before I came in,
Yeah.
you rich.
Yep.
And when I say rich, I mean rich mentally, spiritually,
Yes.
physically, and financially.
Yep.
People, I don't want to be rich and be fucking mentally fucked up.
No,
You're not gonna enjoy your blessings.
you're not. You're not at all.
You
And
know,
that's
because
so
sometimes I feel like people, they get so caught up in, like I said, they don't have the materials, they
Yeah.
can't focus. But if you have peace,
important. Yeah.
and I feel like that's what you're bringing
Yeah.
to a lot of broken hearts.
Yeah. Yeah. Striving. Yep.
But what made you want to deal with that? Because that alone could be a headache. That's
Because-
where this question was going.
Honestly, because I know what it feels like to be alone. And I don't want people to like feel like that. Like just feeling like you just have no one to talk to, no one to just be there for you. You know what I mean? For me, I had to deal with a lot of stuff on my own, which was a blessing because I wouldn't be the person I am today. But also I do wish, not that I didn't have people, I just didn't know how to lean on people
Right.
because
Without them judging you?
not so judging me,
Okay.
but I just didn't know how to. Like I was always the go-to person for everyone to come to. You know what I mean?
okay, I got
So
you.
when I have my issues or my problems, I kept all that in.
Because you was like, damn, who do I go to?
Yeah, and it was just like, honestly, I just didn't feel comfortable, and that's a horrible feeling. Now at this age, I feel like okay, I have my best friends. I can utilize them, and it's okay.
But you
You
also
know what I
can
mean?
utilize God, too.
That too, definitely. But that's just I don't want people to ever feel like they're alone or just feeling empty.
I believe empty and alone is two things that a lot of us in the black community are dealing with, and we don't know how to deal with.
Exactly.
And that comes with the mental illness,
Yep.
mental not mental awareness. If I'm saying it right, excuse me. But I feel like a lot of us are really battling with that.
Yeah.
Each and like from sun up to
Yeah.
sun down.
Yeah.
And you be like, yo, you ever have bumped into? Oh, I can't get no sleep. Can't get no sleep because your spirit ain't right.
Yep.
Your mind is racing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's happened to me. Sometimes your
Yeah.
mind is just so consumed with, okay, what I gotta do,
Yeah.
that it's not allowing you to even what you need to do.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say it again, we be so consumed in what we gotta do, and we don't get caught up in what we need to do. And that's really that's where your meditation comes in.
Yeah. It's mental. You gotta set aside time for yourself. Like, a lot of people are afraid to. It's the difference between being alone and feeling alone. You shouldn't feel alone, but sometimes you need alone time. You gotta figure out yourself. That's how you learn yourself. Have conversations with yourself. Have conversations with God. Like, I feel like a lot of people don't really know themselves, and it goes back to what you're saying. Like, they hide behind the material things, but they're not like, what's past that, because you're not going to have that for the rest of your life. It's going to be a time that it's just going to be you. What are you going to do? Like, how's that going to make you feel? Like, do you know yourself? Like, when you look at yourself in the mirror, you're supposed to know who you are. And a lot of people don't, and be happy with that. And a lot of people are not, because they're too caught up in everything else that's going on and trying to keep up with everything. And it's just, it's sad to me. And that's another reason why I want to help people, because it's not about that. Life is too precious and
full
of blessings to be like not knowing who you are and not living in your purpose, not standing in your purpose, not moving in your purpose. Like, I feel like that's just so important. And that's what I want to bring to people. I want to show people, like, you can do it. And everyone's like, well, and people don't take the time. Everything is a quick fix. You know what I mean?
Say that again, because I always say that. They want that overnight, instant gratification.
No, and I'm telling you, even though I'm still growing, I'm never gonna stop growing. But I tell people it took me a long time to get to the point that I'm at right now, but it doesn't stop here. You know what I mean? It's not gonna ever stop. It shouldn't stop.
So you don't feel like you complete. You just feel like I just have to keep pushing to the next level. I have to keep
pushing, yeah, because I want more. I want to keep that feeling going. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like when you're happy with yourself and confident in yourself, it's almost like a drug. It's so addicting. It's like, I want more. So what can I do next? Do it more. I never want to come off this high. And I'm not saying every day is flowers.
Of course.
But the difference between the old Shea and now Shea is that
every day is flowers.
Yeah, every day is flowers. But I do have my days where it's like a little cloud over me. But the difference is I know how to handle that.
Right.
I know what I need to do to get my spirits back up.
Right.
Versus being stuck in that moment and dwelling on it and feeling sorry for myself. No one has time for that. I don't have time for that. So that's why, again, meditation and everything, it helps me a lot. Because when I have those days, then I know I'm not on IG. I'm not answering phone calls or text messages. I'm by myself trying to figure out why I'm feeling like this and what can I do to make it better. Another thing with emotions, like, be in that moment. Feel what you feel.
But are you emotional? Because everybody don't know how to deal with the emotions, though.
No, they don't. And it took me a long time to know how to not only control my feelings, but not disregard it at the same time. There's been times that I would just, like, sweep underneath the rug, not want to deal with it. But it will come back up. Maybe not tomorrow, but, like, years from now. So I just feel like...
Running from yourself?
Constantly running from myself. And one day you're going to hit a point where with me, I was just like, I don't want to do this no more. Like, I am tired. Like, I need to... Running from myself. Crazy. I need to face whatever I need to face. Whatever feelings I'm feeling, that it's okay to feel. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel down or whatever here and there. But it's what you do afterwards.
It's also okay not to know who you are. It's okay to say, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing right now.
Yeah, but that's the first step, admitting that. Stop acting like you got it all together when you really don't.
Right.
And that's part of me too, because you're so wrapped up in everything that's going around you and everything. You're not really just like, like you can't admit, like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know who I am. where do I even start? And I think that's like the first step when you acknowledge and you say to yourself, okay, I need to figure out my life. I need to figure out what am I doing here.
Well, how long you think you've been running from yourself at that time when you were running?
Years, like years, probably like 10 years or so.
And the only reason why I asked you that, it wasn't to put you on the spot.
No,
because
it's not.
I was adopted.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? And for years,
Yeah.
I didn't run from, and I'm gonna say this, and I don't mind to put myself out there because I'm a man. I know who I am. For years, I ran from my parents.
Okay.
And when I say my parents, I call them my parents.
Yeah.
I didn't accept them.
Mm-hmm.
I was angry at them
Mm-hmm.
because I was like, you want me to do what y'all want me to do, but I'm not your kid.
Yeah.
But I'm sitting there. It took me to go to prison at 25 years old
Mm-hmm.
to sit there and say, yo, what the fuck you been doing all your life? You got two great people that love, and you could have been somewhere where somebody could have been using you for $1.
Yeah.
You could have been tossed from this house to that house. But you got people that see, and I said all this
Mm-hmm.
to say a testimony. It takes for you to hit a space of rock. Prison is the second thing to death.
Yeah.
You never experience. You're never not
Yeah.
going to experience it. But that's what I'm saying. I was running so long from,
Yeah.
y'all, that's not my parents.
Yeah.
That's not my parents.
Mm-hmm.
Being angry at them for them trying to teach me. Being angry at them for even loving me the way
Yeah.
they did. Running. So that's why I asked you
Yeah.
that, because I did that
Yeah.
for years till I accepted, like, you know what? These are my parents.
Yeah.
I love them.
Mm-hmm.
They supported me. They gave me, and not just gave me,
Mm-hmm.
they gave me an opportunity.
Yeah.
Forget all the material shit.
Mm-hmm.
They gave me an opportunity. I was chosen.
Yeah.
And my sister had to tell me that. She's like, yo, bro, we were chosen.
Mm-hmm.
And when she told me that,
It's like,
it changed everything. It was the
Exactly.
truth. It was the game changer of
Yeah.
my life.
Yeah.
Besides having my children,
mm-hmm.
that was the biggest game changer for me as a man. Like, yo, I was chosen.
Yeah.
But the whole time I've been running. So that's why I asked you that,
Yeah.
because we be running and we don't even know
Yes.
sometimes where we running from.
Yeah. Speaking of parents, like for me, it was I felt alone and I was running, and because like my mom, like I feel like I had to do a lot of forgiving for myself.
Okay.
And once I started doing that, I'm like, okay, so then what's the next step? What's the next step? And then slowly but surely, I realized, okay, I don't need to run anymore. Like, I'm dealing with all the stuff that I didn't deal with or I didn't know how to deal with. And it was a lot of forgiveness. Even if I never got I'm sorry, it was okay. You know what I mean? I had to just forgive and let go of all the past pain, all the hurt, just everything. And it was hard to do. There was many nights that I cried.
Of
There
course.
was,
Angry. Sometimes we turn to
pissed.
substance.
Yeah,
You know what I
yes.
mean? I was
Same here. It was times that in order for me to go to sleep, I was having like a cocktail or a few drinks or whatever. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want to acknowledge my pain.
and your mind was
and my mind was all
that
over the
hamster
place.
in the
and
wheel.
Exactly. I didn't want to deal with it because I think mainly because it hurt so much and I didn't know how to deal with it. So instead of like trying to figure it out, I would just like numb
was
myself.
you angry? Because for me personally, I don't think I was hurt. I don't know if hurt and angry are the same thing.
I don't think so.
I was angry,
Yeah.
but I don't know for what.
Yeah.
So that's why I asked you, was yours anger or hurt?
I was hurt.
Okay.
I was
I think
hurt.
that's the difference.
It's a huge difference.
I wasn't hurt. I was angry.
He was angry. Yeah, I was definitely hurt. I just, there were things that were done to me that I didn't deserve, and it was a lot of hurt, like
Okay.
that I was carrying for years and years and years, and because I wasn't dealing with it, and I was sweeping under the rug, and I was fronting like I was happy and everything, I didn't make the best choices in my life back then, like in my 20s, I should say. But now,
Who does though at 20?
I know.
Let's keep
but
it. Let's keep it all the way up
20s
funky
and-
though.
Yeah, 20s and 30s. Like I'm about to be 40 in September, and I feel like honestly now I feel
September
like
what?
September 2nd.
Okay, September 30th.
Oh wow, okay. I feel like now life is just beginning for me, the way I want it to be, because I'm like in such a beautiful, happy space. Because of everything I've done for myself as far as like healing myself. So I feel like just recently, maybe like 3-4 years ago, I've been before that, I was a mess. I was a wreck. Like, I didn't know what I was
Why
doing.
you didn't go to therapy? Let me ask you that.
I don't know. I don't know.
Cause back then we wasn't fucking with therapy.
You know, and I was never against it.
I never was against it.
And it's funny because I actually, it was one of the girls I was working with. She gave me a card with her therapist, and
You neglected it.
I called her once, made an
Okay.
appointment. Nothing happened. I didn't I was
Follow
like, oh,
through.
Yeah, I didn't follow through. I was like, oh, I don't need it. I'm good. Because it was like, okay, those temporary Band-Aid fixes. I was like either smoking or drinking or whatever. And I'm like, oh, I'm good now. So I don't need her. And it was just a rotation of doing that. So no, I never followed through with it. But listen, one of my best friends, she goes to therapy and it's been doing wonders for her. And if that's what you need, go for it. There's nothing wrong with it. And I feel like also in the Black community, people are like, oh, you must be crazy. You can't go. Like, you know what I mean? That's so it's
ignorance. That's
very
the ignorance of us. We
Very
got to be
ignorant.
crazy to go to therapy. No, we need
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
guidance right now.
Seriously.
And the house is in shambles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the crazy part, you know, I didn't even come, and I'm not trying to boast or brag, but I didn't come from a shamble family. You know, I had two parents that worked.
Yeah.
I grew up in a house. Everybody in
Yeah.
Inglewood know that. I had a house. We had a basketball court. My parents had a yard. My dad cut grass.
Yeah.
We did everything as a family.
That's
We went on family trips.
Yeah.
We got in the car. We drove down south. We stopped at the south of the border. We got all the stickers. And I was still mad.
Yeah. And you see, and my background was the complete opposite. The complete opposite. It was just, every childhood's not perfect, but I would love to trade lives with you.
I mean, I feel like
You know what I
childhood is
mean?
an experience.
It is. It is. And also, a lot of people have to understand your parents, what I learned is that your parents, at least you want to feel and think that way, they made the best decisions at that moment. And sometimes, right, like if you're thinking about it later on, it's like, damn, like, why'd you have to do that? Why'd you have to let that happen? And then I had to tell myself, well, I don't know what she was going through or he was going through at that time in a moment. So you just gotta, like, accept it and just take a lesson from it.
See, we talking
You know
about,
what
we
I
ping
mean?
pong. I never had to think like that.
Yeah.
I never thought, yo, why y'all do this to me?
Yeah.
My thing was, yo, I want to meet my parents.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I used to think, yo, honestly, I'm going to keep it a buck because we
Yeah.
just in a great zone right now. It's times I walk past people, like, I wonder if that's my mom. But I wasn't, like, hurt. I
Yeah.
was angry. Like, but angry, ignorant angry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that with all ignorant angry because it was like, yo, if you if you looking on the outside, like, yo, what are you talking about? You live in a house, you got two working parents, you're not being abused, there's food on the table,
Yeah.
you got a backyard, you're doing everything. And I had friends that had single parents.
Yeah.
90% of my friends grew up in single parent homes.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, why are you angry? But I was like, yo, I was more angry at the fact that I was ignorant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's the part. And I didn't ask for, counseling because at the time, it wasn't really a thought that I needed counseling
Yeah.
because I grew up in a household we just pray about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know that black
Yeah.
household, we'll pray.
Pray.
You know what I mean? The only time we talked about counseling is when we went to, if we got in trouble as kids and
Yup.
the courts wanted to say, well, maybe your kid needs. And us parents, no matter how religious they are, my
Yeah.
kid don't need no counseling.
Yup.
Knowing damn well maybe
Yeah.
counseling would have helped, but at the end of the
Yeah.
day, I'm just being funny about it, but I was angry. And I ain't even know for what.
Yeah.
I'm angry at people that's loving me.
Yeah.
And that's the most ignorant nigga shit in the world. I'm saying that with all due respect. And I just say that to my people that's listening. It goes back to what you're saying. Know who you are.
Yeah.
Understand who you are.
Yeah.
It took me to be I'm 47. I'm really just completely at 47 living off the half of the shit my father told me when I was 15. Like now, like I get it.
Get it.
And it's like, damn, it's
Yeah.
fucked up. I'm 47 and I finally get it.
But no, you had to go through to get where you're at now.
And that's what makes me the man I am today.
Exactly. So you can
and I
never have
accept
regret. That's what you have to do.
I accepted
And
that.
a lot of people don't. They're like, damn, always thinking about like, oh, I should have been here at this time and why it take me so long to do this. No, it's part of the process. It's part of the journey. Just be grateful for where you're at now. You know what I
Right.
mean? And yeah, you might have went through a lot, but you got lessons and blessings from all of that. Like, now look what you're
Lessons and
doing
blessings
now.
from
You know
that.
what I mean?
Appreciate that. Thank you.
So it's all good.
Nah, it definitely is. But it
Yeah.
all, it all stems from basically what you doing. Just meditating,
Yeah.
understanding who we are,
Yeah.
understanding myself, understanding, I'm gonna take responsibility and say, you know what, get your shit together,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Exactly. A lot of people like, why does this keep happening to me? Are you really dealing with it? That's my next question. Are you really dealing with it? Because if you really were dealing with it and really like trying to like really figure it out, you won't be having the same situations or same problems happening all the time, like whatever's going on. You know what I mean? And I feel like people, again, it's like the quick fix. Oh, I'm just going to handle this now and just worry about it later. But I don't think people are really dealing with their problems or
Nah.
situations they go through. And maybe because they just don't know how to. But
Or maybe it's too many problems.
yeah, exactly.
And they
It
running
gets
from all of
overwhelming.
them.
Yeah.
Right. You say, you know what, because you feel like you might open a can of worms.
Yeah. But open it. You got to deal with it. You have to deal with it. You know how many worms I had to like, listen, maybe you're right. I need a book because.
So I'm just saying, like, I mean, it's
You know,
reality.
It's like, yeah, it really is. You have to want to deal with it. And I think everyone gets to a point. It's something that cannot be rushed or forced on people. But I think eventually people get to a point. It's just like, all right, like, something's got to give.
But, the basics about that is, when do you get to that point?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some of us feel like, and I'm going to say this with all due respect to all of us. A lot of us lean on companionship from another, I'm lonely. I need a man. I need a woman.
No.
And believe it or not, it's a lot of lonely brothers out there. I'm going
Yeah.
to keep it a buck.
Yeah.
It's a lot of lonely men that's dealing with shit that, like, women are dealing with, that dying to have. Like, I used to tell one of my boys, I love him to death, yo, why you chasing to have a kid, champ?
Yeah.
Relax.
Exactly.
Like, every chick he had, yo, I think she's gonna have a baby. Like, yo, fam, do you really understand what comes with this?
Yeah.
This shit is a full-time fake marriage.
Yeah.
And I say fake marriage because you and the baby mother, y'all
Yeah.
make this great thing and everything's great. And I'm not saying that's what it always is.
Yeah.
But we're gonna deal with a little bit of reality. After that baby is born, it's like the shit goes
Yup.
to pieces.
Yeah.
The roller coaster was great before the
Yeah.
kid came.
Yeah. And that's another thing too. People, you can't look for people for your happiness, like.
But they do though.
And that's
it's the
the
easiest, the
problem.
quick fix.
Exactly.
You're not taking the
you
time
can't.
out to do with a box of Shea. You're not
Yeah.
meditating. You're not getting into yourself. You're not
Yeah.
breathing. Like, all that stuff goes back to, I know y'all watching this may think we totally off, but I really feel like everything we're talking about goes back to you
Yeah.
and what you're bringing to the table. So let's be clear about that. This
Yeah.
is not this is very therapeutic. This is dope
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
But everything that you're doing, that's what it represents.
Yeah.
That people got to get back to
Yeah.
knowing their self,
Yeah.
loving their self, looking their self in the mirror and saying, yo, I gotta do better.
Yeah.
I want to do better. But we don't do that, yo. I'm gonna get a girl. Let me go get this guy. And we do things sometimes that we really don't want to do for acceptance, men and women.
Yep.
So it's not, I'm not up here judging a woman or a man. It's
Yeah.
both of
It's
us.
both.
And we'd be like, sit back, like, what the hell was I thinking when I went
Yeah.
and did that? Because you know damn well that's not what you really wanted to do.
Exactly.
But you're looking for that comfort.
Yeah.
And I think that's where what you're doing comes into play.
Yeah.
Self-healing.
Yeah. And it's just not me talking. I'm sharing with you what I did in my own personal life. I'm not just, talking out my ass here. Like, I'm giving people what I did for myself. I'm not saying it's going to work for everyone, but if it works for just one person, that would
But I'm
be great.
glad you made that clear, though. And I
You
had
know
to
what
go
I
into the
mean?
mic and say that. I'm glad you made that very clear because you're being honest. Like, yo, this thing that I'm doing, it worked for me. I'm not
Yeah.
saying this is your way out, but
Yeah.
find your way.
Yeah.
Take bits and pieces.
Exactly. If you could take something from what I do and what I say or whatever, that makes me happy. You know what I mean? I'm glad that you got something out of it. But everything I do is from personal experience. It's everything I go through. Everything I go through, I share.
But you're teaching your kids this, though.
Oh yeah.
And that's the dope part. You're teaching
Yeah.
them. You got a 3-year-old already learning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he thinks it's a game, but
Yeah.
you know what,
Yeah.
we'll play the game.
Yeah.
But as you grow, it's going to become a game that you're going to love, and it's going to be a part of you that you're going to pass down to his children.
Yeah. Yep.
So you're already building genuine.
Yeah.
You're building something already inside the house that a lot of homes are not even getting.
Yeah.
Because we too consumed with, yo, I had a rough day, get in the room, shut up, here's some food,
Exactly.
get your laptop out,
Yeah.
and we don't pay attention.
You don't pay
And then we get on the phone and we talk to,
Yeah.
let me call Shea and tell her my shit. Yo, I don't be wanting to hear everybody's
Yeah.
shit. I'm going to keep it real. You ever, come on.
No, okay.
We don't, it's different. It's different when they're coming to you and you're doing
Yeah.
the candle thing.
Yeah.
That's the difference. But when the random, I'm going to say what I'm going to say, nigga shit,
Yeah.
like, I don't want to hear all that shit all the time.
I get a lot of you always want to come to me and have the same conversation. Now I'm open to conversation. I'm open to give you my opinion if you ask for whatever the case is. But I do draw a line. If I feel like I'm having the same conversation with you and you're not doing anything to change whatever you're trying to change or get over or whatever, I shut it down.
Okay.
Because I have to protect myself and my peace and my sanity, and I really do feel when people are hurting, I feel that. You know what I mean? Like if you come into me, you're hurt. Like I feel that.
Right.
And with that being said, it takes a lot out of me, and that's why I disappear sometimes. Like I need to reset. Like I don't care. Like, and people who genuinely like really know me, if you don't hear from me for like 1-2 days, you know I'm good. I'm just in my zone. I need a reset, and I've learned that about myself, because then I take all these emotions and everything that's around me, and it becomes heavy. And then I'd be like, well, what's wrong with me? No, it's not really what's wrong with me. It's just like all the energies and everything I'm absorbing.
You're taking
You know what
a
I mean?
burden to everybody else, and it's
Exactly.
going to take a toll on you a little bit.
Yeah, so I started realizing that, and I'm like, all right, so when I start feeling like that, I distance myself. And I
But
think
that's
so
discipline,
important.
though.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
'Cause a lot of people don't have discipline.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people just need to be, you know what I mean? Like, they need to have somebody to just, I mean, we all have people we vent to, but after a
Yeah.
while, like, yo, not, like, come on.
No, exactly.
what
Like,
are you doing?
doing? Exactly. I can't listen to you for the 10th time talking about the same shit. Like, either get it together or I don't know what else to tell you, but I can't listen to you. I can't partake in this conversation. Like, I love you, but I can't. Like, I can't.
I believe,
because sometimes people
I believe
just
that
want to.
so much.
Yeah, like, people just want to talk, but what are you doing? Where's the action? Like, you can't just talk about it.
But you know what I'm realizing, too? Some people don't know how to.
But then
They don't know how,
I
because
know.
they so stuck in,
Yes.
like, they so,
Yeah.
like, I'm going to say this. Today I'm going to have a great day. Today I'm going to have a great day. Now I get in the car and I'm going to work. And I said all this. I meditated in the morning. I did everything.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to get on the phone. I can't stand that nigga. That girl. I can't. Yo, my baby mother. How are you just going to sit there and say you had a great day all
Yeah.
morning, but now you on the phone putting out this negative nonsense in the atmosphere?
Yeah.
So how you preaching? It's like a radio station. Remember we had the
Yeah.
radios and you
Yeah.
turn the knob, you don't find the station, you can't get no reception. That's why
Yeah.
you can't figure it out, because on one end of the station, you talking about you have a great day.
Yeah.
On the other end, you talking about, yo, I'm sick, I'm tired,
Yeah.
I can't take it no more. How do you expect to grow
Exactly.
if you're not allowing the process of growing to even take place?
Yeah. And you have to be consistent. You can't do one thing and then just forget about it and let it go out the window. And then, like you just said, you're here at this, whatever. You can't do that.
Because that happens to me sometimes. I have to remind myself,
And you
yo,
gotta
what you
check
doing?
yourself.
Right, yo,
You
what you
gotta-
doing, man?
yeah.
You gonna allow that to take control
It
of you?
happens. And I tell people that all the time. Like, again, every day is not a happy day for me. But I just know how to deal with those days that I'm not feeling my best self, or I feel angry or whatever. You're allowed to have these emotions. It's just what you do next. Are you going to be stuck there, or are you going to like try to figure out and get out of that funk? You know what I mean? And a lot of people just, you know, I don't know how else to explain it. I just can tell you what I do to help myself. But
That's why you gotta write that book.
but I
Box
just
of
feel
Shea is
like,
gonna be
yeah.
the title. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yo, I said this before on the show a while ago, and you know I'm always gonna say this. I'm probably gonna say it 20,000 more times. When you walk in dog shit, the first thing you do is clean your feet. You don't want to smell like shit all day.
Yeah.
That's life.
Yeah.
Clean your shit up.
Yeah.
And yeah, it may not be, well, we're human and things, you know, don't get me wrong, things hit a little harder things hit harder than cleaning shit off your feet.
Yeah.
So please, my listeners, my fan base, let's not just you just not just. I get it. We all human up here. No one's bionic, but I use that as an example. You have to figure out a way. I cannot let this take control of me.
Yeah, it's all about, you can't control what happens around you, but you can control your reaction to it. And a lot of people don't really understand that. And that's also controlling your emotions. Don't let shit get to you or keep you down. You have to figure out a way where you can dig yourself out of that. You know what I mean? And it takes time. It didn't happen for me overnight. And I still continuously have to work on myself and check myself. It's not something that you're going to be like all of a sudden, like, happy days all day, every day, and that's the rest of your life. No, it's not. Because life is so unpredictable. You're going to get shit thrown at you left to right, whatever. But the main thing is knowing how to deal with it, knowing how to handle it. And I think once you start being consistent with that, it doesn't seem so difficult or so hard.
Far-fetched. It just becomes easy.
It becomes
it's
easier
like an
every
on and off
time.
switch.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, I'm feeling upset. Hold up.
Let me check myself. That's what it is. And I'm like, it's consistency. You can't burn sage and be like, okay, I'm good. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to put in the work. You have to be consistent. You have to want to live a positive life, a happy life, and again, just controlling how you react to situations and knowing what you need to do to get yourself out of like whatever you're feeling if it's not feeling good to you. Acknowledge it, like really understand and try to ask yourself, like, why am I feeling this way? What triggered this? And deal with it.
Now let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Being that you meditating, you're doing your sage, you're doing your candles, you're calling your energy back. What happens when, and I'm just hypothetically speaking, I'm throwing this out there, you're in a relationship with an opposite person who's on a totally opposite playing field than you at. Do you allow yourself to be in that situation? And I'm only asking for our listeners, you know what I mean? Because you can have all this great energy and do all this stuff, but you're still dealing with a fucked up situation.
And no. Because if you're with someone, I feel like, and everyone knows this, you hear this all the time, you want someone, your circle, whoever you're with, to contribute to your happiness, not take away. If I feel like you're taking away from my happiness and I feel like you're draining me and we're just not on the same path, I can't deal with that.
Even entertain
I will not entertain it. I will not.
So you have in the past, but you learned, okay.
I learned.
Okay.
Yeah. I put in time and I learned now where I'm at right now. No, I'm not going to let that happen again. That's just protecting me and my peace and my happiness, and I just cannot allow anyone to get in the way of that. So if we're not on the same page and I'm like trying to be one way and you're the total opposite, it's not going to work.
Now let me ask you this. The reason why I asked you that, because my mother used to say to me, I used to come in the house sometime, we had a dog, and the dog used to always bite me. My mother said, you bringing that negative energy in the house, he can feel it. I was like, man, why knock it off? And don't get me wrong, I'm in high school, I'm high as a kite, I'm coming in drunk. And the dog used to bite me on my leg every time. Like, yo, what is he? And my mother always used to say that. So that's the reason why I asked you, because my mother, up there in age, you know what I'm saying, as a woman with that knowledge, but to hear you say it, it lets me know that knowledge is just constantly being passed.
It's something about animals and babies. Like children, it's just they know. They feel that. They sense that.
It's funny you said that, because in the house we had my niece and she was a baby. I used to come up there, get ready to try to play with her. He wouldn't let me get near. I'm like, yo, I live here. My mother's like, that's that negative energy.
It's your aura. Your energy makes up your aura. And a lot of people don't understand that. So you want to have a positive outlook on life and positive thoughts. All that comes into play. If you're not doing all of that, your aura is fucked up. And nobody's going to want to be around you. And when people are around you, they're not going to feel comfortable. It's going to be like something. You ever met someone like, it's something about that person, I'm just not feeling it?
Yeah.
Listen to that.
Yeah.
You might not know exactly what it is.
That's that gut feeling, just talking to you.
Intuition. That's what it is. Your body senses this stuff, and a lot of people are not. And that's another thing. You need to be so in tune with your body. Your body gives you signals and signs all the time. People just ignore it or whatever, whatever. But if you are in a space or around people and you're not feeling right, like something's off, it's something there you need to pay attention to. You definitely need to pay attention to, because it's not resonating with you. It's just not. It's something, and I've learned that I used to disregard it, like, oh, I'm good, I'm good. Now I listen to it. Like, if I'm somewhere and I'm not feeling good or just something's off, I'm out.
Immediately.
I'm out immediately. If I'm around someone and I'm just like, it's just something.
So that's not just a woman's intuition. That's
nah,
just
that's
your gut.
everyone. Yeah.
Because
I listen to it.
I've had that same situation. Like, yo, there's something about that motherfucker.
Yeah.
I need to find. But me, I'm more of a person like I need to know what it is.
Don't even entertain. No.
Right. That's what somebody told me. Stop. You
You
figure out
can't-
everything.
No, you just gotta go with that feeling. It's the energy, your vibe, your intuition is telling you something. It's just like, people be like, well, how can you believe in God? You never seen God. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. Like, when you feel that,
great example.
you feel that, it's a sign. Like, go.
Because I'm that person. I
Don't try
want
to
to
figure it
find
out.
out what the fuck it is
No.
about this motherfucker, and I'm bad on that. Like, yo, I
and-
be trying to figure shit out.
And that's the thing. Don't waste your time on that, because eventually it's gonna reveal itself. It's gonna come out.
It will.
But it's not. I don't think it's you. It's up to you to figure it out. It's up to you to just feel what you're feeling and act on that. Like, what are you gonna do after that? Are you gonna still stick around and try to figure it out, or if I'm just gonna be like, I'm not
Okay.
wasting my time and energy on that?
I didn't
Because
even
why
think
would
about
you
that.
want to be in that type of energy with
Right.
someone? You know what I mean?
Right.
So no.
I never even looked at it like
No.
that either. Why would you want to continue to keep entertaining
Yeah.
some bullshit?
Yeah.
Just try to figure it out when you already know it's some bullshit.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Because I
Thank you
feel
for
like
that.
when you're around low energy people, it's gonna be decreasing your shit too. You don't want that. You get sucked into that.
I get that, but let's deal with a little bit of reality.
Yeah.
Everybody ain't on the same page.
I know.
Excuse me. Everybody's not on that time.
Yeah.
So, and the reason why I said that, because I feel like sometimes we have to, you know what? I'm not going to say use the word have to.
Yeah.
We choose to entertain certain things. And the reason why I say that, because I don't know if you're too familiar with the word, but the Bible, Jesus hang out with a bunch of negative motherfuckers all day. And that was his purpose.
Yeah.
To get into the negative circle and to teach them that, yo, it's something bigger than this bullshit that you're feeding into.
Yeah.
So sometimes I feel like maybe it's good and maybe
Yeah.
it's bad, because maybe, like you said, you just want to help.
Yeah.
That's when now that's where I'm going with this. Follow me. Is you wanting to help sometime the gift and the curse?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You follow me. You know,
Yeah.
right. Because you like, I just want to,
Yeah.
but then it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Then you might beat yourself up. If I would have stepped in, maybe that would have happened. I'm that person. Like, maybe if I'd have just said something,
Yeah.
it would have changed it. But it's like, I just ain't even want to be bothered.
Yeah. For me, it's, I'll say whatever. I'm not going to hesitate. Like, I will get my point across. I'll let you know how I feel, and whatever you take it as. I'm not going to stay around that. Like,
Okay.
I just can't. So whatever that comes to my mind that I want to say, I'll just say
So
it.
you're a very blunt person.
I'm a very blunt person.
Have you been like that your whole life, though?
No.
Okay.
Nope. I had to
Because
learn.
I didn't take that from you. I felt like at
No.
one point you was a very shy individual.
Very shy, very quiet. And I think I would not say conservative. I think I was that because I didn't know who I was. So I was kind of like just hiding. You know what I mean?
You was in the cut.
I was in a cut. I didn't know who I was. I thought I knew. I was put on the front. Like, I didn't know. Like, if you would ask me that 10 years ago, like, I wouldn't know who I was. Now I do, because I put in the work. You know what I mean? So.
How much work? How many years of work you
Oh
think
my
you put in?
goodness. I want to say probably like 5 years is when it really started hitting me. Because
Now, this is you didn't go to no type of
I didn't go to
doctor, you didn't go
No,
to counseling.
no.
This is just all
just me.
Shea just
Yeah. I
reinventing
did-
herself.
Yeah. Yep. Always. Always just like maybe I didn't ask for help. I'm always just like independent person. I just wanted to do everything on my own. I felt like if I wanted something done, I gotta do it. Like it's gotta be in me. And
You didn't want the help.
I didn't want the help. And it's certain parts that I felt like maybe I should have, but then I don't regret that because eventually I learned how to like handle it. You know what I mean? And I'm fortunate. I'm very fortunate in that part because a lot of people just don't know how to,
Right.
or and
Some people don't
maybe,
know how to make the first step or even trying to
Yeah.
do that. Or they might just try to, oh, let me go call my girl.
Yeah.
Let me reach out. Let me get counseling. Let me get help.
Yeah.
This is why your story to me and your brand is what it is so unique because it's all you.
Yeah.
And that drive, and I'm like that too. I'm not going to front a lot of stuff. I'd be like, I want to do that. I don't want that help. I don't want nobody saying, and that might be bad too in
Yeah.
some points, but
Yeah.
you're very driven now.
Yeah. Very. I'm not afraid to fall. That's one thing too. Like
Or you driven because you're a mother.
that too.
Okay.
When I had my firstborn, oh man, that was a game changer for me. I think that was when I started saying I wanted better. I just didn't know how to get better.
Okay, that was the start. You was at a starting point.
That was a starting point for me. And I used to just look at him and I'm like, this like I gotta figure this out. I have to figure this out. And honestly, when I started, it wasn't for me. It was for him.
Okay.
It was definitely for him. He was my drive to like try to figure all this out. And it still took me many, many years after that. Because life happens and things, you get caught up and, and
You
then,
you wasn't as consistent.
No, it wasn't consistent at all.
Okay.
At that point, I realized and I acknowledged that I needed to do something, but I didn't
Swept
take
it
those
under the
steps.
rug?
I swept it under the rug. It was always there in the back of my mind, but I never took action.
Okay.
It took me years after that to finally be like, okay, enough is enough. And that's when I would say right before I got pregnant with my second one, that's when it was just like, it hit me. Like, I don't want to relive everything. I need to get out of that and try to create the life that I deserve and want. And
Wow.
That's what my second born, that was like another one. It was just like, at that point, I was like, yeah, I don't want to rerun. I want to just move forward.
Okay.
And that's how I really started, like really trying to implement something in my life. Like, okay, I got to figure this out, like seriously. So I sat down with myself. Like I told you, I cried. I wrote. Oh my goodness, I have like
Journals on top of journals, huh?
like, and and it's amazing, and I'm so proud of myself because there'll be moments that I'm just like looking through stuff, or I even do recordings on my phone, like just random thoughts. And sometimes I'll go back and I'll read something or listen to something, and even there's recordings of me crying and just talking to God, you know what I mean? And that's what keeps me going, because it's like I got like to hear and read something
okay. You got
that I went
past that
through.
moment.
I got past that moment, and it's just like, wow, like I would have never thought I would have gotten so far, and I'm still going.
That's dope. I never
And
thought about that. You going back over the stuff.
yeah,
that
I
you-
do. I really do. That's what also keeps me
That's an
motivated.
accomplishment.
Yeah,
That's motivation.
huge.
Wow.
Because it was one point, everyone hits their bottom. I was at my bottom, and I have it all documented. You know what I mean? Like everything I was going through.
That's why we need the box of Shea book. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Come on, champ.
So,
you playing with
yeah.
it. You touching the masses right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now let me ask you, if you didn't have your son, your firstborn, would your mind, would you have thought about? When I say thought, because you said back then, at that moment you thought,
Yeah.
but you didn't put anything to work. If you didn't have him, or if you didn't have either one of them,
Yeah.
you think you'd be able to be where you at today?
Honestly, no.
Okay.
Nope. They were really seriously my reason. Like I said, I told you, I didn't do it for me. I did it for them.
Right.
And then once I started doing that, and then I'm like, okay, now I have to do this for me. You know what I mean? Because they deserve the best version of me. And that's what continued to push me forward. But initially it was them. So yeah, I strongly, I don't know, I can't go back in time and predict the future, whatever, but I just feel like if it wasn't for them, I feel I would still be stuck in that space.
Wow. That's very honest too.
Yeah. Definitely.
They were the game changers.
Oh
Sometimes
yeah,
we need that.
huge. It's always something in your life that's gonna be like, okay, it's gonna hit you, and it's gonna make you want better for yourself. And that was my kids.
That's
That was
dope.
my kids.
That's definitely let's I salute you for that. I applaud you.
Yeah.
Now, we moving forward.
Yeah.
You done gave the people a little secret of your meditation planning that you're doing outside. What else would you like to do that you've written down? Because I already know you're a writer, so we always write 1st. That you maybe battling with to step out and do, or it's nothing that you're battling with. Everything you're doing, you're just stepping out.
I'm just stepping out. Like whatever comes to me.
Everything's a leap of faith.
Yeah.
That's
I
dope.
don't hesitate. I don't, because you know what? I've noticed in the past of my life, when I put myself out there, it always works out. It works out for the most part, because I just maybe believe in myself, and plus I have God. You know what I mean? So I figure like whatever happens. I'm gonna learn from it. Like something, I'm gonna get something out of it. So I'm never afraid to venture out and try stuff new, like new things. If I think of something, you best to believe I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try it.
All right, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna throw this at you.
Yeah.
5 years from now,
Yeah.
where's the box of Shea at?
A
Talk your shit.
box of Shea.
5 years from now, where's a box of Shea at? Not where you want her at. Where is she at?
She is in her happy space, happier than she is now. Probably
The
taking
brand.
it global.
First, the brand.
I want to definitely do like get really into retreats and go like trips all over the world to like maybe different temples and like areas that are very spiritual for some like whatever reason. Like I want to do my research a little bit more on that, and just continue to be happy and helping people. I'm never gonna stray away from what I'm doing now, but I'm just gonna add more stuff to it.
Is she gonna ever be full time?
Definitely.
Are you gonna quit the day job and just make the marathon?
Listen, I also want to tell everyone it's so important to start something on your own. Yes, I did a post a few days ago. I feel like we're given a salary to keep us from working on our dreams. Like, don't let that.
Say that again. Damn, that was dope.
You know, right now, and my mental right now is like, yes, I have a 9 to 5 or 9 to 8 whatever job, but my thing is I'm using that to fund my business, to fund my dreams, and that's what I focus on. Because do I want to continue working for someone for the rest of my life? No. I'll tell you, during COVID, having so much freedom to just do whatever I wanted, go places, and just I was really happy. I want that again. You know, but of course, you know, life, you gotta work, you gotta make money, you gotta pay bills. I understand that. But I don't want to be working for someone for the rest of my life. Absolutely not. I'm taking off with this business. I am going to take off full time.
You ever thought about opening up a store?
I thought about opening up like a
candle
candle
crystal.
store. Yes, so I'm thinking about that heavily. I think about that all the time. Just got to get it together.
So you make your own candles. Listen,
yes, these little
I'm not-
hands. I make everything. To picking crystals.
Come on, y'all. Let me see what I got. I got gifts. My guests, they bringing me gifts. You're making these candles.
I'm making one by one by myself.
In your house.
In my house, in my kitchen. All me.
This right here. It says a box of Shea, self-healing, involving, intuition fused candles, crystal candle. It's detailed. It's fire too, y'all. And she made it. Like,
Yeah.
I ain't gonna front. I'm very impressed. You made this shit in your kitchen, like.
Yeah.
And I'm a candle guy.
Yeah.
Running around here buying candles.
That's how I felt. I was like, I could do this.
Now explain what made
So-
you want to make your own candles instead of letting somebody make them for you.
Because it was like that moment that I had. I was like, I can do this. It just came to me.
So you figured out how to make a candle.
I
Let's
did
be
my
clear.
research. Yeah. The internet's the world. You can find out everything
Yes,
and
you
anything.
can.
You know what I mean? So I use it to my advantage, and I'm just like, I'm buying all these candles. I can make my own. Listen. If you go to my house, I have candles everywhere.
Shit, you
Like-
should. You're making them. But you made this shit in your
And
kitchen. This is
the,
fire.
The best thing that I mostly love about my candles is that my candles are made from beeswax. So beeswax,
Explain the difference, because I don't know
the difference, the other candle wax is like soy and whatever else. some of them may emit like toxins in the air. Beeswax actually purifies the air where it's lit. So I want to bring fresh, clean air.
So while I'm
into your
smoking this
space.
reefer, I can light this up.
Yeah.
Cause that's what's gonna wind up happening. I'm gonna light the candle and I'm gonna blow something.
And just be in your zone, and you knowing like you're purifying your space, and you have the crystals.
Ron, knock it off. I'm just keeping it real. You know what I mean?
So yeah, it's organic. It's all natural. It's not gonna emit anything, toxins or anything in the air.
So how do you make it give it that scent? That candle, because I don't know this, so I'm getting class 101 how to make candles.
I do not add scents. In the
Okay.
beginning, when I started making candles, I would do scents, but I felt like I just wanted to be organic. I wanted to be pure.
So that's the difference.
Yeah.
What you're doing.
Like my candles are not made to like make your house smell good. It's really for a spiritual purpose. Light it
What's
up.
the difference with the spiritual purpose and the scent? If you don't mind me asking.
I mean, to me, it's no difference. For me, I just want to create a clear, clean space. And that's what beeswax does. It purifies the air where it's lit.
Now, what about if somebody wanted to scent the candle? Would you do that for them?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
I've done that. Yeah, I have requests here and there.
Okay.
But like my main thing is I just want to purify your space, clear your mind, so you can just be in that your soul space.
Be in that box of Shea.
Yeah, be in the box of Shea. So, yeah, that's why I just make it with beeswax.
So you got a candle machine? Is this type?
No, listen. If you go to my IG page, you'll see like I'm literally on a stove with a pot of water.
You whipping it?
Yeah.
Oh, so you a chef? You cooking?
Yeah, I'm cooking candles.
Okay. So you
That's
cooking
what I'm
up?
doing.
That's
I
what
am
you're
cooking,
saying,
yes.
huh? You cooking
After I
up
cook dinner, I'm making candles.
in the same
In the
same
same
location.
stove, same location, everything. Everything's done in the kitchen. The kitchen's like the heart of the home
That's
kind
the
of
lab.
thing.
I
There you
mean,
go.
the lab. How many candles you think you do a week?
Oh my goodness.
How long does it take to do a candle?
Oh man. All right, so it's a process because, like I said, I have a conversation with whoever wants a candle and try to figure out what they need or whatever, and then I have like books and books and books of crystals.
So let's eliminate all that.
Yeah.
The basic time to make a basic candle.
To make a candle, maybe like 30 minutes, 40 minutes.
Wow.
Because it's like you have to wait for it to get to a certain temperature before you pour it, and then you have to wait. I'm not gonna give away my secrets, but then you have to wait when I want to do the crystals and whatever else, dressing on it or
We're not gonna give
whatever.
your secret away.
Yeah.
We don't wanna do that.
But yeah, it's important that it gets to a certain
How
temperature.
many candles have you fucked up?
In the beginning? Oh man, lots.
But then again, how could you fuck up a candle?
Oh yeah, you can. Beeswax, I'm gonna keep it real with you, is one of the most difficult waxes to work with. And that's because, actually, I really don't know why, but with beeswax, it tends to tunnel. Like, you know how it makes it? But then, honestly, for me, I like that. It kind of reminds me of, like, the light at the end of the tunnel kind of thing. That's the way I look at it. So, I still work with it. And, again, it's organic and it's, I feel like it's the best wax to work with, but a lot of people don't really do it. And also beeswax, it's harder to hold the scent.
Okay.
Like if you make scented candles, it doesn't really bind well as if you use like soy wax or anything like that. So.
Okay. Now with your high off crystals.
High off crystals. These are my shirts that I sell.
Let's the crystal game.
Yeah.
That's like a nature game, like rocks and all that.
It's amazing.
How do you know what crystals to put in the candle? Or that comes from you talking to the individual?
I talk to them and they tell me whatever they tell me, and then like I said, I have first of all, I have like so many crystals in my house. And
where you get these crystals from? Off Amazon?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to be
there's a
clear
place-
because I ain't want nobody to say,
No.
oh, she ordering crystals off Amazon.
No, it's a place in Philadelphia. There's a place in Florida. There's a whole bunch of different areas that actually like these people go and like mine and get the crystals and stuff like that for me.
So these are authentic crystals. This ain't no
I
backdoor
don't play.
bullshit.
No. Real crystals. So I'm sorry, what were you saying?
You're having a conversation
Yeah.
with me. How do you know what crystals to put in
Oh
the
yeah, I'm
candle?
having a conversation with you, and what I do is I have like a book, like actually a lot of books on crystals and the types of. There's so many crystals and stones out there that I'm still learning. There's a lot, so I will go back to those books, and I'll do like a little reading, and whatever I feel like, yeah, this is the one.
Okay.
That's what I do. I don't second guess it. It's just like off that first feeling, because there's a lot of crystals that actually have the same properties or whatever, but it's just whatever sticks out to me the most.
Is it a certain look that you like? Is it a certain,
No.
Because I'm quite sure you make candles
Yeah.
just off a general GP.
Yeah.
You're not just, making candles for everybody that's just calling. You just, you know what I mean?
For me,
What's
like,
the difference between a candle and a rock? I mean,
a crystal?
a crystal and a rock.
Well,
Because they show these things with the water, and you're going in there getting these rocks, and the rocks look amazing.
I really don't know. I just know that.
So you don't even fuck with rocks either. It's
I
just
really
straight
don't.
crystals.
It's just
Okay,
crystals.
okay.
Yeah, I love.
I thought it was all in the same family. I'm gonna be honest.
No, a lot of people think that there's like stones, there's crystals, and there's rocks.
Oh, okay.
I love crystals. Look, it's just beautiful to look at, and then when you light the candle and the light is reflecting off, it just creates like such a beautiful ambiance. Yes, light it up. But it's just
So
the
how
beauty
many
in
crystals do you? I mean, all crystals not the same crystals. So
No,
you're a crystal collector.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I need to organize my space because I have so many crystals. When I see something like on Instagram or whatever, I'm reading up on something and it's like I don't have it. I'm ordering it.
So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
I know you're familiar with the Superman shit.
Yeah.
Those are crystals when he went in that thing and all that.
Yeah.
You was into that then?
Kind of, not really, but I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about,
Yeah.
right? Okay, because I mean, they kept popping up with these are the
Yeah.
crystals, and they put the crystal and shit lights
Yeah.
up. Is there a museum for crystals?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I thought.
Maybe I need to open one up.
I mean, I thought it was. I mean, they got museum for everything else.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe. Actually, there is like I think my son went on a trip. It's like this place where they have like mining. And they took him there, and they do have crystals and stones and rocks and stuff. Yeah, so I think there is one. I have to find out where.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many crystals have you named? Or you don't name them?
I don't name them because they all have their names. Like what you have in there is the yellow one is citrine, and then the clear one is clear quartz, and then inside of it I put chips of selenite, and you also have sage, the greenery.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is, I really appreciate this.
Yep.
No disrespect to all my other guests. This might be the best one this might be for real, because this shit's getting lit tonight. I'm gonna smoke some weed for this tonight.
Yeah, create a mood, ambiance, relax, chill.
Now, is this the only size that you do?
No, I have like smaller ones too, but everyone likes those.
Okay.
Because if you using it to set your intentions, or the full moon, or every night you want to have like a good size.
Now, what made you get into the t-shirt business?
It was something, I don't know. I just one day was like, I'm gonna do a t-shirt with crystals on it. So this was the first one, and then I was like, well, a lot of guys are probably not gonna want to wear this one. You know what I mean? So then I created that one, and that one is really special. It was my favorite. Why? Because it glows in the dark.
See what I'm saying?
It glows in the dark.
I'm getting crystals,
So,
I'm getting candles.
and I feel like crystals, at least for me, it makes me feel high. I'm like always in a good mood. Like you see, look, I have crystals all over me.
Yeah, that
you know
was
what I
my
mean?
next thing. You really heavy into
In my
this.
car, like I have on my mirror, crystals hanging. My chakra stones and all that stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is so. All this stuff that you've done is just from self,
Me,
just growing as a woman.
I'm just trying to find my way in this world and trying to keep happy, even with all the nonsense and the sadness. I'm just trying to find my peace, and I want to keep
using
it.
that word trying. That's
I'm
why
sorry.
You ain't never gonna find.
No,
you keep
I
using
found
that
my
word
peace.
trying.
No.
You will never find.
I'm checking. Yeah, you're checking me. Okay.
You
But
know what I mean?
I just want to keep my peace. I am happy where I'm at, and I know that it's only going to get better.
I got a question. How
Yes.
much do you charge for the candles?
It depends. It really depends on what crystals I use.
Oh, so it's based on the crystals
Yeah.
and all that. But you the
Yeah.
one putting the crystals in there, so you might be spiking the game.
No.
Average candle goes for.
Starting from maybe like around 33.
Okay.
Yeah, and with free shipping.
But
Or I'll do hand delivery, depending where you at.
right.
Yeah.
But also the overhead and all that.
Yeah. No, it's it's a lot, but mainly I'm not saying I like making money, of course, but what matters the most to me is just like how I make people feel.
That's your joy, huh?
That is my true joy. Like honestly, that's what gets me going, and that's what just keeps me doing what I'm doing. Um, the feedback that I get, like the messages I get, the phone calls I get, it's just overwhelming, and it just that's what.
You found your purpose.
Oh yeah, I am definitely living my purpose right now.
That's dope.
Definitely.
And you're happy about
Oh
it.
yeah, I'm very happy.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm happy for you because I can see it written all over your face
Yeah.
that you're genuine about what you're doing.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference with a lot of people. Some people just do it for the money.
No.
And the money just becomes the money and not the
Exactly.
joy and the
No.
love and the passion.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because I'm quite sure you
Exactly.
have your days and no one's making you candles and crystals.
Yeah. No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that has to be, that's amazing that you
Yeah.
even take that. It's to me, I find that as a responsibility
It is.
because no one's giving that back to you, but really they are. God is giving it back to
Yeah.
you. He's blessing you
Oh, yeah.
abundantly. So you don't really need, anybody else to say, hey,
Yeah.
because that's the most important thing is that you're blessed.
Yeah. Definitely.
You
Blessed.
know what I mean? And you're happy, you're looking
Happy.
good, you're radiating, you're glowing. And that's a great thing because at this
Yeah.
day and time, in our black community, us black brothers and women, we gotta uplift each other. We gotta
Yeah,
we
that's
gotta love
important.
we gotta genuinely love each other too.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
okay to say, yo, I'm proud of you.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't say that. And I don't understand why.
Cause you know what? Sometimes it's two things to this. I had somebody tell me this. People feel like sometimes they on some sucker shit.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, if I tell them that, it's gonna go to their head, then they're gonna
Yeah.
start acting bougie. That's one answer was. The
Yeah.
second answer was, why not celebrate everything?
Yeah.
Like celebrate the fact that you woke up in the
Yeah.
morning.
Exactly.
Celebrate the fact that you made it home from work to those kids that you know was gonna be in the house tearing that motherfucker down, but celebrate that.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of people that can't celebrate the little things. We don't have to celebrate a raise, things like that. Let's celebrate simple.
Yeah.
Let's celebrate the fact that Box of Shea is on the round table. I'm celebrating that. I'm happy that
Me
you're here.
too.
You know what I mean? You're a blessing.
Yeah.
You
Thank
open
you.
up my eyes, and I hope my
Yeah.
viewers and the people that's going to see this once we put it out there, I hope it touches their heart and their mind, their spirit, and I just can continue to just pray for your success.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm happy for you.
Thank
You're great.
you.
You know what I
see
mean?
that.
Keep being that. Anything else you want? Let the people know where they can find you.
You guys can follow me on IG, a box of Shea. Yeah, that's it.
No
On Facebook too.
Right.
Facebook, a box of Shea. Same thing. Keep it all you same.
Okay, everything.
Easy to find.
Right, sound real simple.
Yeah.
I'm just
And my website, www.aboxofshea.com.
real simple. You heard it first.
Yeah.
Once again, thank you.
Thank you.
Seriously. We appreciate our viewers. We thank you for coming out, staying tuned with us. It's your boy. I'm the voice of the culture. You know what it is. You know who the sponsor is. We out travel. Love is love. And yo, watch out. We got Boulevard Bistro coming back up on the 27th. Lock in with us, all right? Love is love. I'm going. It's your boy. Salute.